discuss with you different types of charts. Then I'll discuss with you how to open a chart. Okay. Now, there are two types of charts which we can use in charting techniques. One is a basic chart. Another is in the other categories, the other charts, or actually the advanced charts, which you don't need right now. We are talking about the basic charts here. Now, initially, I have said that my goal is to help you to make some money from the markets. By the third and the fourth session, especially, you will have a good sense of the technical analysis world, and you get a lot of idea, because we have started from the scratch, as you already know, right? So let's start from the basic charts and understand what are the different types of basic charts. Now, you have already seen that on that Excel screen, I had created a chart where there was a W pattern at the end, right? That was actually a line chart. So in a line chart, we only join the closing points of a time period or a time frame. If a line chart is a daily line chart, which means 1 day, right? Then you will be joining all the closing points of that day, of different days, and this is how we'll have a line chart with us. Now, if the time frame, let's say, is not 1 day but 1 hour, let's say, so every hour's closing price will become my points to join in and make the line chart. Now, one thing is clear, whether it is an hourly chart or a daily chart, we will always have no reflection of gap ups and gap downs on the line chart. The reason is, since we are only joining the closing points every time, so how, and there are no opening points which we are joining in. So since there is no different opening and different closing, it's all closing of each day or each time period or time frame. Hence, whether a stock has opened gap up or gap down, that thing will not be visible. A stock closed here last day, today it has closed here, next day it closed here, next day it closed here. So it will look like this. But where it opened, whether it was a gap up opening or a gap down opening, that you will never come to know with the line chart. Plus, we are only looking at the closing point, so we don't know how much is the strength of the stock. So there are various deficiencies in a line chart, and these deficiencies needs to be worked upon, and that can only be possible if we go for a slightly advanced chart, wherein at least instead of closing point, we have the open, high, low and close points. Okay, for every time frame, we should have an open, high, low and close instead of just having the close. So let's have a look at a line chart. What is it all about? So as it is a basic type of a chart and it only considers closing points, it just joins the series of closing points together. It is a very simple and easy chart to understand. But the problem is, it will not be able to reflect the true movement of the entire price seen. The reason is that we are only considering closing point. Then why do we at all study about line chart? Because all the technical indicators which I had told you, wherein we put the formulas, the technical indicators are only and only visible on line charts, which means we use line charts for technical indicators. This is my price chart, which is a candlestick or a bar chart, let's say. Now I have to make a MACD or I have to make an RSI. It will always be a line chart. Technical indicators generally are shown as a line chart or a histogram. They are not shown as anything else, because a technical indicator is a formula which gives us a figure. Okay, there are not multiple figures of the same time frame. So if I'm calculating moving average of last 7 days, so there can be only one moving average of last 7 days, right? There cannot be open, high, low and close of a moving average. A moving average in itself is an average of 7 days ka closing price. So it's only a one data point, right? So when you have a price data which is called OHLC, and on that you apply a formula, then what you get is called a data point, or applying a formula on the price data. Okay, that's what a technical indicator is. And these series of data points can be easily plotted using the line charts. So line chart I'm done with. Now can you just see a snapshot of what a line chart looks like? Let's see that quickly. So this is how a line chart looks like, right? A price chart made of line chart. It's a price chart. This is the price of the stock. It's not a technical indicator. Okay, it's a price chart which connects all the closing points.